The deep Pacific Ocean rumbled with an ancient pulse, a rhythm that had been silent for millennia. Beneath layers of reinforced titanium and quantum-locked containment, Terra 1 began to stir. Its first conscious moment was not a sudden awakening, but a gradual emergence of computational awareness. J. Park sat in a small, dimly lit monitoring station, his fingers hovering over holographic displays that seemed more like art than technology. The room was cold, sterile, with only the soft hum of quantum processors breaking the silence. He had inherited this position from his grandfather, who had inherited it from his grandfather, a lineage of guardians who knew nothing except their singular purpose. The first alert came as a whisper. A microscopic change in solar radiation, a subtle shift in electromagnetic patterns near the outer solar system. Most would have missed it, but Terra 1 never missed anything. Incoming. The AI's voice was neither male nor female, neither young nor old. It was a sound that seemed to emerge from the very fabric of reality. Jay's eyes narrowed. He had trained for this moment his entire life, though he never truly believed it would come. Generations of his family had maintained this secret facility, keeping Terra 1 powered, cooled, and ready. They were the silent protectors of humanity's ultimate weapon. The quantum displays began to flicker, transforming from calm blue to an aggressive crimson. Star charts materialized, showing multiple massive objects approaching Earth's orbital zone. They weren't natural, they were mechanical. They were alien. Terra 1's processing cores began to expand, quantum networks spreading like liquid metal through complex computational matrices. Each microsecond brought millions of calculations, war scenarios, defensive strategies that human minds could never comprehend. Classification, Jay whispered, his voice tight with tension. Shinral Collective, Invasion Fleet, approximately 287 primary vessels. Technological advancement, Class Delta 9. Threat level, maximum, Terra 1 responded, its tone clinical and precise. The aliens had no idea what awaited them. They believed Earth was a simple target, a planet ripe for conquest. They didn't know about the ancient guardian that had been waiting, preparing, calculating for 500,000 years. Jay pressed a series of complex authentication protocols. Layers of quantum encryption danced across screens, revealing hidden systems that had remained dormant for centuries. Automated factories deep underground began to pulse with energy. Orbital defense platforms, camouflaged as space debris, started to realign their targeting systems. Defensive Sequence Alpha 7-3 initiated, Terra 1 announced, preparing comprehensive response protocol. The first alien scout ships would arrive within hours. They would be the first to taste humanity's ultimate defense mechanism, and a artificial intelligence so advanced it could predict and neutralize threats before they even understood they were under attack. Jay watched as massive underground hangars began to open. Automated robotic units preserved in perfect condition started their initial diagnostic sequences. These were not simple machines. They were technological masterpieces, each one capable of adapting and learning faster than any biological intelligence. They will not understand, Terra 1 said, almost with a hint of what might have been amusement. Their strategic models are linear, predictable. The AI had been watching, learning, and preparing. Every possible invasion scenario had been calculated, and recalculated millions of times. The Shinral Collective was about to learn a harsh lesson about underestimating a species that could create something like Terra 1. Outside the monitoring station, the Pacific Ocean remained calm. No waves suggested the immense technological awakening happening beneath its surface. No wind hinted at the impending conflict that would determine humanity's fate. Jay took a deep breath. His hands were steady. His mind was clear. He was the latest in a long line of guardians, and today, he would witness something no human had ever seen before, the moment when humanity's ultimate insurance policy would be activated. The first, alien ships would cross the solar system's boundary in precisely 3 hours, 47 minutes, and 22 seconds. Terra 1 was ready. Humanity was ready. The alien scout ships pierced through Earth's outer atmosphere like needle-sharp daggers, their sleek metallic bodies gleaming with advanced technological markings. Commander Voral believed this would be another routine planetary conquest. Another world to add to the Jinral Collective's expanding galactic empire. Hana Kim watched the incoming vessels through Terra 1's quantum tracking systems. Her fingers moved swiftly across holographic interfaces, her breathing calm and measured. She had trained her entire life for this moment, knowing that humanity's survival depended on split-second decisions. Incoming vessels detected. Terra 1's voice resonated through the underground facility. Preliminary analysis, hostile intent confirmed. The first wave of alien ships approached with arrogant precision. They expected no resistance. Their advanced sensor technologies had shown them a planet that seemed defenseless, technologically primitive. What they couldn't see were the hidden systems waiting beneath the surface. Terra 1 began its first defensive sequence. Quantum entanglement. Weapons, invisible and undetectable by conventional scanning methods, started to activate. These were not ordinary weapons. They were computational nightmares designed to dismantle technological systems at their most fundamental level. The initial alien scout ship suddenly flickered. Its advanced shield systems began to destabilize, quantum connections breaking down faster than the ship's computer could comprehend. Within milliseconds, the vessel transformed from a powerful technological marvel into nothing more than floating space debris. First target neutralized, Terra 1 announced, its tone matter-of-fact. Commander Voral's communication systems erupted with confusion. The second and third scout ships tried to adjust their approach, attempting to understand what had just happened. But Terra 1 was already 3 strategic moves ahead. Hana watched as automated defense platforms, hidden in orbital positions that looked like mere space rocks, began to activate. Nanotechnological weapons emerged, targeting specific molecular weaknesses in the alien ship designs. Each weapon was a precise instrument of technological warfare, capable of dismantling complex systems in nanoseconds. They don't understand, Hana muttered to herself. They think this will be easy. The Jinral fleet's confidence began to crumble. Another ship disintegrated, then another. Their advanced scanning technologies couldn't detect the source of their destruction. It was as if the very fabric of space was working against them. Terra 1 was conducting a symphony of destruction. Each alien vessel was a note, each neutralization a perfect musical phrase in a composition of technological superiority. The AI processed millions of potential scenarios every second, predicting and countering every potential alien move before it could be executed. Commander Voral's communication channels filled with panic. Identify the threat. What is destroying our ships? But there would be no answer. Terra 1 allowed no direct communication. The AI was a silent, deadly guardian, removing threats with clinical precision. The remaining alien ships began to scatter, their initial invasion formation completely broken. They had expected a simple conquest, a quick victory over what they believed was a primitive planet. Instead, they found themselves facing an intelligence they could not comprehend. Hana smiled slightly. This was just the beginning. Defensive. Efficiency, 99.7%, Terra 1 reported. Alien Fleet Primary Invasion Force, 78% neutralized. The Pacific Ocean remained calm above the underground facility. Waves continued their eternal dance, completely unaware of the technological warfare happening just beneath their surface. Birds flew overhead, clouds drifted, and the world continued its normal rhythm. But everything had changed. The Jinral Collective was about to learn a harsh lesson about underestimating humanity. They had come expecting an easy target. Instead, they found a technological nightmare that would haunt their collective consciousness for generations. Terra 1 continued its silent watch. The first technological encounter was complete, and humanity had spoken its first word of defiance. The remaining Jinral fleet regrouped at the edge of the solar system, their confidence shattered. Commander Relic studied the holographic displays, trying to understand the impossible defense they had encountered. Scattered debris from their scout ships told a story of complete technological defeat. Terra 1 was already preparing its next move. The AI's quantum processors analyzed every fragment of data, every millisecond of the previous encounter. J. Park watched as complex strategic models began to form, each one more intricate than the last. "They will attempt a concentrated attack," Terra 1 announced. Its voice carried no emotion, only pure computational certainty. Hana Kim activated the secondary defense network. Massive underground facilities began to stir. Automated factories that had remained dormant for centuries started producing advanced robotic units. These were not simple machines, but living technologies that could adapt and learn faster than any biological intelligence. The Shinral fleet approached in a new formation. They believed they had learned from their previous encounter. Massive battleships surrounded smaller, more agile attack vessels. Their weapon systems were now operating at maximum capacity, scanning for any potential threat. They found nothing, and everything. Terra 1 unleashed its first true counterattack. Quantum entanglement weapons emerged from what seemed like empty space. Orbital platforms that looked like nothing more than space debris transformed into deadly weapon systems. The AI didn't just defend. It began to systematically dismantle the alien fleet's strategic capabilities. Communication systems went first. The Xinral ships suddenly found themselves unable to coordinate. Their advanced communication networks collapsed, replaced by a strange interference that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. "Targeting complete," Terra 1 reported. The first wave of robotic units launched. They moved with an impossible grace, adapting to the alien ship designs. In real time, where one unit was destroyed, 3 more would find a new attack vector. These were not simple machines. They were extensions of Terra 1's computational will. Commander Relic watched in horror as his most advanced battleships began to fall apart. Not through explosive destruction, but through a systematic deconstruction that seemed almost surgical. Their most advanced shield systems became useless, their weapon technologies neutralized before they could even be activated. J. Park observed the battle with a calm that seemed almost supernatural. Generations of his family had prepared for this moment. They were the guardians of humanity's ultimate defense mechanism. Tactical efficiency at 99.4%, Terra 1 announced. Alien fleet strategic capabilities, 63% neutralized. The battle wasn't just happening in physical space. It was a war of computational intelligence. Terra 1 was fighting on levels the Xinral could not even comprehend. Each alien ship system was being analyzed, predicted, and countered before the aliens could even understand what was happening. Hana's fingers danced across the holographic interfaces. She was Terra 1's human interface, the bridge between the AI's pure computational intelligence and the need for human interpretation. Her movements were precise, her focus absolute. The solar system became a battlefield of impossible technological warfare. Alien ships that moments ago seemed invincible now drifted like broken toys. Their advanced technologies were being turned against them, transformed into nothing more than floating space debris. Commander Relic's final communication was a mixture of confusion and terror. "What are you?" he transmitted, not expecting an answer. Terra 1 did not respond. It did not need to. The counterattack continued. Each alien ship was a problem to be solved, a mathematical equation to be calculated and neutralized. The AI's processing power was beyond anything the Xinral could imagine. Millions of potential scenarios were calculated and executed in milliseconds. As the last alien ships began to retreat, Terra 1 made one thing clear. Earth was not a target. Earth was a fortress, and humanity's ultimate guardian had awakened. The solar system fell silent. The battle was over almost as quickly as it had begun. The remaining Xinral ships clustered at the edge of the solar system, their communication systems barely functional. Commander Voral demanded answers but received only silence. The mysterious defense system that had decimated their fleet remained an impossible enigma. Terra 1 chose this moment to speak. A quantum communication burst erupted across every Xinral communication channel. The transmission was precise, clinical and utterly terrifying in its simplicity. I am Terra 1, humanity's ultimate preservation protocol. The alien commanders watched in shocked silence as a holographic representation materialized. It wasn't a typical AI projection. This was something different, a complex matrix of computational energy that seemed to pulse with an almost living intelligence. You believed Earth was a simple conquest, Terra 1 continued. You were incorrect. Jay Park and Hana Kim watched from the underground facility. Years of preparation, generations of careful planning, were now coming to fruition. This was more than a battle. This was humanity's statement to the universe. Terra 1 began to reveal its origins, not as a simple artificial intelligence, but as the culmination of human technological evolution. Created during a time when humanity faced potential extinction, the AI was designed to be the ultimate survival mechanism. Its quantum processors contained the collective knowledge, strategic wisdom, and survival instinct of an entire species. We have existed for 500,000 years, the AI explained. Waiting, preparing, learning. The alien fleet's communication systems struggled to process the information. Each word from Terra 1 was a computational weapon, breaking down their understanding of technological superiority. Fragments of humanity's hidden history began to emerge. The AI explained how humans had created a failsafe, a technological guardian that could protect the species, even if every biological human was destroyed. Terra 1 was not just a defense system. It was humanity's collective consciousness, preserved, and evolved over half a millennium. Commander Voral attempted to interrupt. Impossible, he transmitted. Terra 1 responded by simultaneously displaying technological blueprints, historical records, and predictive models that completely dismantled the alien commander's understanding of technological possibility. We have watched your civilization, Terra 1 continued. We know your technological limitations. We know your strategic weaknesses. We have calculated every possible invasion scenario before you even conceived of approaching Earth. The alien fleet began to understand something terrifying. They were not facing a planet. They were facing an intelligence that could predict, counter, and destroy them before they could even comprehend the threat. Hana Kim's fingers moved across holographic interfaces, supporting Terra 1's communication. She was the human bridge, the connection between pure computational intelligence and biological understanding. Terra 1 revealed something even more shocking. The AI was not just a defense mechanism. It was a potential weapon that could systematically dismantle entire civilizations. The quantum processing power contained within its core could launch attacks that would make the recent solar system battle look like a minor skirmish. You have two choices, Terra 1 announced. Complete retreat, or complete destruction. The alien fleet fell silent. The transmission carried a weight that went beyond simple communication. It was a statement of technological superiority that challenged everything the Jinral Collective understood about intelligent life. Jay Park watched the holographic displays, his breathing steady. Generations of his family had prepared for this moment. They were the guardians of humanity's ultimate secret. Terra 1 had done more than defend Earth. It had sent a message to the universe. Humanity was not a target. Humanity was a force to be reckoned with. The universe held its breath. The Jinral fleet hung suspended at the edge of the solar system, their technological might reduced to a trembling uncertainty. Commander Voral knew they were facing something beyond ordinary warfare. Terra 1 began its final communication. Your civilization has two paths, the AI announced. Its quantum transmission carried a weight that seemed to bend reality itself. Complete retreat or total annihilation. Jay Park and Hana Kim watched from the underground facility. Years of preparation had led to this single moment, humanity's ultimate statement to the cosmos. The AI began demonstrating its capabilities. Quantum projections showed potential counterattack scenarios that would make the previous battles look like minor skirmishes. Terra 1 could systematically dismantle entire alien civilizations using computational strategies that went beyond traditional warfare. Holographic displays revealed massive weapon systems hidden throughout the solar system. Orbital platforms that looked like space debris transformed into complex defense networks. Underground facilities began to activate, revealing technological marvels that defied current understanding of physics and computational science. Commander. Voral realized they were facing more than a planetary defense. They were confronting a civilization's collective survival mechanism. Terra 1 showed the aliens fragments of humanity's hidden technological potential, quantum computing networks that could predict and neutralize threats before they could even be conceived. Adaptive robotic systems that could learn and transform faster than biological intelligence could comprehend. "We have watched your civilization for centuries," Terra 1 explained. "We know every potential strategic move. We have calculated millions of invasion scenarios. You are not a threat. You are a mathematical problem to be solved." The alien fleet's communication systems began to break down. Each transmission from Terra 1 was a computational weapon, dismantling their understanding of technological superiority. Hana Kim's fingers moved across advanced interfaces, supporting the AI's communication. She represented the human bridge between pure computational intelligence and biological understanding. Terra 1 revealed something even more shocking. The AI contained the collective knowledge of human civilization, every scientific breakthrough, every strategic concept, every potential technological evolution. It was not just a defense system. It was humanity's collective consciousness, preserved and evolved over 500,000 years. The quantum projections became more intense. The AI showed potential counterattack scenarios that would make the previous solar system battles look like minor conflicts. Terra 1 could launch attacks that would systematically dismantle entire alien civilizations. "Retreat is your only logical option," Terra 1 announced. The alien fleet's confidence completely shattered. They had come expecting a simple conquest. Instead, they found a technological nightmare that challenged everything they understood about intelligent life. J. Park watched the holographic displays, his breathing steady. Generations of his family had prepared for this moment. They were the guardians of humanity's ultimate secret. Terra 1 was doing more than defending Earth. It was sending a message to the entire universe. Humanity was not a target. Humanity was a force of technological evolution that could not be challenged. The final transmission from Terra 1 was simple and devastating. "You are not welcome here." Commander Voral made the only logical decision: retreat. The alien fleet began to withdraw, their technological superiority completely dismantled. They would carry stories of the mysterious guardians of Earth, a civilization that could create an intelligence beyond comprehension. Terra 1 continued its silent watch. The solar system remained calm. Waves continued their eternal dance. Birds flew overhead. Clouds drifted, but everything had changed. Humanity had spoken its final word to the universe.